we want equality, revenge is not equality. These countries, we don't have enough space to take all these people in. So the thing is, Terrell.
Sorry, that's me, bro. I'm Sharif here. I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
What do you think immigration in the UK is good for you? Is good for the UK long term or not? What's your opinion?
Well, it depends on how we look at it. I would say immigration, yes, but mass immigration, no. I think when you look at immigration, has it helped the UK? Yes, but when you have too much of something, you're bound to run into problems.
Yeah, and a lot of people say that immigrants come into the UK to do the jobs that like the native Brits don't want to do. What's your opinion on that when people say that?
I don't think that's true. I've heard people say that, but I don't believe that because who did those jobs before mass immigration? Someone was working there, right? So I would disagree with that.
And people from like the left side of politics, they can use like I said, the color of your skin as like, but you have this skin color. How could, and you're from a family of immigrants. How could you be against mass immigration into a country?
Because my skin is not a weapon, so I'm not going to use it as one. And there's a difference between immigration and mass immigration. Like if you're from Nigeria and one day you wake up and most of the people in your city are white, you're going to have a problem. So you have to have the same sort of energy when you look at other countries.
But people say that Britain has come into all different parts of the world and colonized half of the world. They can't complain when they've gone into other countries and colonized other parts of the world as well.
Well, do two wrongs make a right? Do two wrongs make a right? When you look at, just because it's something's done to you, do you think we should now get revenge? If you want equality, revenge is not equality. There's a difference.
But people say that the UK had it coming for them. You know what I'm saying? Because now, like I said, we have a lot of sectors that are very understaffed, like the care sector, the prison staff. We have so many sectors that are understaffed. We need immigration to, make sure that services are working.
No one's doubting we need immigration, but mass immigration and immigration are two different things. Mass immigration is, think about this. Texas is bigger than the UK. That's one state is bigger than all these countries. We don't have enough space to take all these people in. So the thing is, with immigration, yes, we could take people in, but it'd be little by little and kind of integrate them correctly. If you take too much, too fast, we're going to trip up. And that's what we're seeing now. That's why we're seeing backlash, we're searing homelessness, we're seeing all these things at a rise because it's too much, too soon.
But people can also argue that, immigrants aren't the ones that are coming over and cutting your benefits. They're not the ones that are underfunding the NHS. Immigrants aren't the ones that are, causing the housing issues. People say that's all on the eyes of the government.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you could blame immigrants for that, but does more people help the situations? If you've got a housing crisis, would you bring more people? Because where are you housing them?
But a lot of people say there's a lot of empty houses in London. And if there's so much empty houses, why don't the government allow people to live in them if there's a lot of empty houses?
That I would agree on. That the government need to answer for. I can't give an answer, and I would like an answer also.
And do you think, do you think long term that immigration is going to get cut, or do you think, it's just going to get even more and more? Because statistics shows that the UK population by 2032 is going to rise by 70 million, about 72 million. I think around an extra 5-6 million.
Is that through immigration or is that through birth rate? What is that through?
Through immigration.
There we go. That's the answer. It's through immigration. So.
All right. Thanks so much, man.
No problem.
I appreciate it.
No problem.